Chag Sameach, everyone. I'm holding the most expensive fruit in the world, known as an etrog. Etrogs could range from $25, $50, but believe it or not, there are etrogs that sell for $100, $200, $300, sometimes even $400 or $500 for this one fruit. And the reason is because the Torah says you should take a beautiful fruit, which is the etrog, on the days of Sukkot and wave them together with the other three species. And when the Torah describes the etrog, it says take a beautiful fruit. But you may ask, what's so beautiful about this fruit? It just looks like another fruit. So the Talmud says that the word hadar, which means beautiful, has a second meaning. The word hadar means to dwell. The Talmud says what's unique about this fruit, the citron fruit, is that it dwells on the tree all year round. You see, other fruits have their season when they grow. But this is a fruit that gets nurtured and nourished and continuously grows year round. And the lesson of this fruit is that the definition of beauty is when you can gain sustenance, inspiration, encouragement, meaning, fulfillment, purpose, happiness in every moment of life. Unlike some fruits that you only enjoy during their season, there are sometimes where in life, there are moments I enjoy, moments I celebrate, and then there are moments that are just in between time that I don't see the value and the purpose in. And the message of the esrog is that the beauty of the esrog is that it continuously thrives year round. As someone said, what's the difference between success and happiness? This, of course, is the holiday of happiness. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Whatever life brings you, each and every moment, finding the meaning and the beauty in that moment is what happiness and etrog are all about. It's a beautiful story about a Jew who was very poor. In the olden days, he didn't have enough money to buy an etrog. Sometimes there was a supply shortage and the prices were very high. And he was very downcast because he wouldn't have an etrog for the holiday. But then he had an idea. As he wrapped up his tefillin the day before Sukkot, he said, we have 7 days of Sukkot, then we have Shmini Atzeret, and then we have Simchat Torah, which means we have 9 days of holiday coming up, and throughout the 9 days we don't wear our tefillin. So he said, right now I need to do the mitzvah of lulav and etrog. I'll sell my tefillin and buy an etrog, and on 9 days from now I'll figure out what to do about the mitzvah of tefillin because I won't have tefillin. So very excitingly he goes, sells his etrog for a few thousand ruble. Then he takes the money and he buys the most beautiful etrog he can find. Comes home, he's so excited, puts the etrog down in the kitchen, on the counter, and he runs off to go get ready for the holiday. And he comes back, he tells his wife with great excitement how he came up with this unbelievable idea that since he doesn't need his tefillin for the next 9 days, he'll sell his tefillin and buy an etrog. And then he'll figure out in 9 days what to do about tefillin. And he said, I have to show you this beauty of an etrog I got. And he went to get the etrog, but he didn't see it in the box. He said to his wife, where's my etrog? She says, that was your etrog? He says, yes. She says, oh my, I saw it laying around. I thought it was a lemon. I was making salad. I needed lemon. I cut it up and squeezed it into the salad for the holiday, for the chag, for the sukkah to eat tonight. The man looks at his wife and gives her a big hug and a kiss and says, I love you so much. She looks at him and says, have you gone mad? I just cut up your etrog that you sold your tefillin to buy that cost thousands of rubles, and you're hugging me and kissing me and telling me you love me? I thought you would yell at me and go crazy that I did that. And listen to what this man said, because it's very profound. He says, when I sold my tefillin to buy an etrog, my rationale was that right now I don't need the tefillin, I need the etrog. So the mitzvah of the moment is to buy a lulav and etrog. So I sold my tefillin to buy the lulav and etrog. When you told me that you cut up the etrog for the salad and thought it was a lemon, I said to myself, well, now that I don't have an etrog and I cannot do that mitzvah this holiday with my own etrog, what is the mitzvah of the moment? The mitzvah of the moment is to be happy on the holiday, to have shalom bayis, to have peace and harmony in my home and love in my marriage. So therefore I gave you a big kiss and a big hug. And I said, I love you, because now the mitzvah of the moment is to love my wife. Every moment of life has its commandment, has its mitzvah. We have to embrace it, and that's the meaning of true happiness. Chag Sameach.